McTavish in the pub talking about, I see that road out there. I built that road with my bare hands. I dug down the dirt. I cleaned the soil. I put down the crushed rock so people could walk on it, no problem. Do you call me McTavish, the road builder? No. He has a couple more drinks and he's getting a little more drunk. He says, you see a pier out there? I built a pier. I walked out to the forests and I cut down the trees and I took the trees and I laid them into the ocean and I drove them down with my bare hands and I cut the planks and I made the planks out into the ocean so the ships could dock at the harbour. But do they call me McTavish, the pier builder? No. Has a bunch of more drinks and yeah, see that big stone fence over there? Oh, I built that with my bare hands too. I took all these giant rocks from the mountain, I rolled them down the hill, I placed them, I mixed the mortar with my bare hands and I made it myself, and I put 5-mile fence 2 mile high and 6 feet thick. They call me McTavish, the fence builder. No, you fuck one goat.
It's Blood Feud with a sheep.
I would laugh so hard if you used the same manor layout from
the Red Brand one,
the Ravenloft campaign.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing that.
Which we used for the whatever. What else? What other campaign was that?
The only reason I didn't was because it was the Christmas one shot.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That one.
It was the first one shot that Rod and I ever did, where we're like, Mike, who was in the party at the time, couldn't make it, so Scott whipped together. You just pulled something from.
It was a
Strahd, right?
Yeah, it's
the
Curse of
intro.
Strahd.
It's the Death House module.
And
intro to Curse of Strahd.
so you're like, oh, this will take 2 or 3 hours. Cut to 2 a.m.
Was I here for this one?
No,
No,
this is
this
before
is
your
okay,
time.
that's what I
Because
thought.
we were fighting a shambling mound for
Yes.
3 hours.
Oh, we did that too.
Yes, that also happened in our
Every
party.
time.
Because Scott was like, now you guys are finally at a level that you can take on a shambling mound, no problem.
Yeah, it stopped being a boss and started being a random encounter, and it still took forever. We also did the Death House when you ran the Christmas schedule, Christmas special with Cobalt McAllister.
Yes. Who got
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
who everyone murdered.
Yep.
Hey, you guys almost left me burning in a building. To be fair, I stole from
I
you
love
so
how
much that
you
entire time.
guys hated this kid so much by the end. It was just like I cast Shatter at like a 4th level spell on the treehouse.
Yeah, it's wait.
And I'm like, oh God, I didn't think of this. And I look and I see that the treehouse is like 40 feet above the ground. So I'd have to roll fall damage as well. And he's a kid, so he's dead long before he hits the ground.
So why'd you even bother rolling?
I guess it was just kablam. And, that was fun. Now's probably a good time for us to reintroduce ourselves to our listeners.
Hi, I'm Steven, and I play Shun, a halfling monk.
Hi, Steven.
Hi, Rod.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, who are you?
I am Alicordia. Actually, my name's Rod. Oh, shit. My name's Rod, and I play Alicordia, a female rogue.
Hi, Rod.
Hi,
My
buddy.
name's Clark,
Hi, Clark.
and I play Losian, the half-elf cleric. And trying to think.
Fun fact about Losian today.
Fun fact about Losian. This is part of his backstory. He has literally experienced his parents' deaths.
Oh. Fun. Be fun to see where that story leads.
Will
Yeah.
it? Kind of dark.
Ooh. And I'm Scott, your gamekeeper and narrator. And I play at least 2 characters.
The man of 5 voices.
At least too well.
Oh. You got a desperation point.
Discouragement.
Discouragement die.
Oh, come on. The good one.
You already have one of my red ones. Anyone who wants to catch us up? The village is starving. They keep taking all of our beautiful livestock. They take it off to this manor.
One of them mentioned about the Don.
His face goes pale. And he goes, Don Bone Skelington?
What does he want? Why are they stealing livestock?
The milk, my boy. This town, for years and years, was a mining town. And we mined silver and gold ore. And then one day the silver and the gold dried up. And all there was this weird porous rock material that we started mining instead. And then the skeleton showed up. Sure enough, you get to the mines after about 20 minutes of walking. And you see a small boat in the middle of the lake. And someone is just throwing picks at the roof. And bits of mineral are falling down into the water. And you see them rowing over to the bit that falls down and fishing it out, putting it in the boat.
Alicordia's gonna like pull out one of her battle axes from the pouch and just like, and just whip it at him.
Oh no, can skeletons as he slowly sinks under. In a hidden part of one of the pouches, you find a skeleton key. And it says on it, back door of the manor, comma, do not lose.
And we'll take the third tunnel with the T.
The T tunnel. And the tunnel kind of zigs and zags and winds. And this one actually goes up instead of down. And it comes to just a small kind of little worship sect. There's a plinth in the center with a statue. And it looks like it was once of a god or goddess, but it has been struck down. And half of the statue, the top half, is just missing. The miners would come to do their daily worship,
It was a temple.
But a temple to whom?
To whom?
Morden, I assume.
Morden. Yes.
Losian strokes his chin and goes, well, why the T then?
For a temple.
So still shrugs like, I don't come down here. I'm a soldier.
Honestly, guys, there's no mystery that we can solve here. We have to. Let's go ask Tom and Tony.
Skeleton and Skeleton go, hey, wait a minute, see?
She fucking decks him in the face.
Poor Skeleton goes, "Nyeh!" And the armor just falls.
Oh,
Because he's burned himself in the process.
Did that skeleton just kamikaze himself?
What's a kamikaze?
I don't know.
You take your hand out of the helmet, and on the inside is written, what time is it? Skeletime. And with a nat 20, you feel like that's a password for something.
Is it right next to the carpet store too?
I believe it's just outside of Pound Town.
Poundland.
isn't that from Scotland?
Yeah.
Like instead of the Dollarama, they got
Yeah.
Pound Town or something like
They
that.
got Poundland.
Poundland. Pound Town.
All of us North Americaners are like,
Across the stream from Sex Village.
I think it's about time we went to Bone Zone.
Losian, you're being very forward.
Sir
Alicordia,
Steele
what's so
starts
funny?
unbuckling his pants and goes, oh wait, oh no.
Mr. Steele, no! Lead the way, Mr. Steele. Sir Steele.
Absolutely. Okay, so you make the way to the manor, and there's like tall...
No.
To the bone zone. Well, the manor is just one small part of the bone zone. So you're making your way through the bone fields, which is just like... It looks like asparagus stalks, but they're all various bones popping up in the field.
This is stupid.
Steele goes, yes, it is quite silly. That's why no one comes to the manor. And you make your way to just where you can see the manor up on the top of the hill. The manor, of course, being smack dab in the center of the bone zone. And there's many wood palisades and like walls that have formed up, and all the trees have been carved down into the shape of bones.
This is ridiculous. Who has the time to do this?
You pass by like a bunch of skeletons who are just like, they have chisels and they're making bones out of felled oak trees, and they look up at you and they go, it's a living. And then one of them smacks him on the shoulder and goes, no, it's not.
Because they're dead.
God damn it.
And you can see that there are skeletons patrolling the outside walls and palisades with their bone lances and their bone shields. What do you do?
Is there a way? Does it look like we could sneak past these guards to the back door? Can we discern?
Wait. I'd just like to say, stop. Skeleton.
Why is your hand like that?
Stop. Skeleton.
Yeah.
And we just keep walking.
A couple of the laborers are like,
Just a skeleton in parachute pants dance by. Can we discern where the back door is? Scott's trying to discern how parachute pants would work on a skeleton.
One's got a
trying to
giant.
figure out like a hammer pun for for
Yeah, I
bone.
was thinking about that too. One's got a giant clock and like 6 gold teeth.
Flavor Flav. Bony Bone.
Bony bone!
So much bony M going on.
Oh.
You make your way around to the back. I want to give me stealth checks. It's a low DC, but should you be to disturb the bone fields, they're going to domino.
Is it,
Because they're not growing bones. They've
Scott!
They've just put them there.
is it dark or we're using torches?
It should be nighttime by this point.
15.
I rolled a nat 1.
So
Yep.
it's up.
Oh.
It's up to you if you're navigating via the moonlight.
Okay.
So with great difficulty, or if you've got torches going.
Okay, well,
3.
well, hold on. Steven rolled a nat 1 here, so
I rolled a 19 after the fact, though, so like
cue
we're
the,
stealthy.
cue the noise there.
82 or 24.
Should know. You'll rattle the bones.
And a 19 stealth.
Oh, you rolled a...
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
nat 1.
I see. Okay, yeah. So, Stephen, are you flipping for the wild magic surge as to what's going to happen to you?
Oh, most likely, yeah.
Okay. Talk us through what happens. You know what I like to imagine? This is Shun going through puberty. And he can't control what happens in his body sometimes, and he's going to just come in his pants.
That's a pretty good analogy, actually.
And
Thank
Jizz
you.
in My Pants plays by The Lonely Island.
Okay, give me heads or tails.
Hmm?
I'll tell you the options after, but give me heads or tails.
Tails.
Tails? You no longer age,
Ooh.
nor require food, drink, or air.
Oh my god, you're a
But-
skeleton.
Holy fuck.
Are you...
No, wait, hold on.
I pulled up a special skeleton theme. The other option was that for the next hour, maggots fall from your mouth when you try to speak, preventing you from talking.
Oh
Ooh, we
my
lucked
God.
out that time.
I'd like to say you were hungry and now you're not.
So yeah, Shun, we're walking along, and Shun's like, "Oh, we gotta like, sneak here," and he trips on a rock, but he catches himself immediately, and for half a second he feels really sick, like he's about to throw up, and then like he's just lost his appetite altogether. Like he's fine, he's not sick anymore, but like he's just good to go.
So what does he look like now? Or she?
The same.
Okay. All right. Okay. Losian goes, looking at the air, because he's supposed to be able to sense undead. He goes, huh. I feel like I just went up one.
It's like someone turned the stealth system on a submarine, but it's too late. So you see like a boop, and then nothing. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
So what do we get for stealth rolls in the end?
3.
Oh.
I had 15.
19.
And with an 18, you're relatively stealthy as a party. Like, there are 12 different buckets where all the skeleton laborers are. And you keep almost walking into them, and people keep running up and grabbing them out of your way. You make your way round to the back of the manor, where there is but a single guard. And he says,
but
tall as a giant. No armor, no nothing. Just a big bone giant. Instead of a stone giant. And what do you do?
We leave. And never come back.
Shun.
We disregard this entire storyline and leave.
A little levity that the campaign needed. We're going to lose so many viewers for the puns.
So Alicordia will be like, I think this is... Losian, you have the key, right?
I do, yes. It's
Okay.
right here.
Okay. Well, maybe just walk up to him and say, Skeletime. Stop. Skeletime. Collaborate and listen.
All right?
Az is back with a brand new invention.
All right, I
no,
will try.
That's,
That'll be
that's
my
the wrong one.
That'll be plan A, but I insist you guys come with me, and I have a plan B.
Is it a pill?
B is for both.
Is there a plan B pill I don't know about? Is it for...
Like the morning after pill. What do you do?
All right, guys. Alicordia is right. We have a... I have a... What?
I had a good idea. It was a dumb idea, but like,
Those are the
not
best.
gonna work.
I have an
Likely.
idea. I will talk to him and say, Skeletime the password. And if that doesn't work, I have an ace up my sleeve.
How do you have cards up there?
So I walk up to big old Boney M.
Boney M says, rah, rah.
And I say... and I say...
Me am brute, but women fall into me arms.
And I say... Skeletime!
It looks at you like, well, you say unprompted. Me not know how to. What time is it? And then it like grabs the door and it pulls it open so hard that it comes off the edge. And then it's just holding the door loose in the air like a shield, and it goes, and it just like stomps off into the field. And there's like a shack, and it hits it so hard that the shack goes flying, falling down. And it's headed off in the direction of some random village.
We're just standing there watching.
Just like arms on hips, like, well, it's quite silly.
And all the skeleton laborers like look up, and then they go back to whittling and wood. Like, not my problem.
I go, well, that didn't go as well as hoped, but better than it could have.
So guys, I got an idea.
Oh.
I think, because like we're dreaming right now. So like if I sat long enough and I focused, I think like maybe I could like make like a dog appear in our dream. And like, what if I just had like a massive mastiff run around and like eat all the bones on the skeletons? Would you allow me to cast Find Steed and summon a mastiff?
Do you have Summon Steed?
I do.
But is
I
this...
feel like you were looking through your character sheet.
No. I saw it when I was glancing at the spells to find my bonus action
The
one.
steed... does the mastiff
To be
have...
fair,
does the mastiff
In
ha-
Shun's mind, he is a 2-foot tall halfling.
Yeah. So
So a
like-
mastiff would be pretty
A mastiff is a
decent
pretty
sized steed.
standard-
no, I realize, but can the steed take actions and attacks? So rules is written. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be. It's just a mount for you to ride into combat or for other reasons for movement. But Scott's decision, because I'm sure
Even
like a
intimidation factor. Giant dog just like
yeah, that's true. You'd be drooling,
salivating at the bones.
and you can feed the dog the bones of the dead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hang on, hold that thought. Beer. Well, while we're taking a beer break, maybe it's a good time to talk to our listeners and say thank you very much for listening to us and sticking to us. It's a lot of fun putting this podcast together. And if you could do us a favor, leave us a 5 out of 5 or a 4 out of 5. By rights, we shouldn't be earning any 1 on 5s. I don't know. And leave us a review if you feel like it. And you know what? Here's more importantly. Tell your friends about Bifwas,
That'd be great.
especially your grandma.
Grandma's gonna love this podcast, honestly.
This is right up Graham's alley.
Graham Cram?
Graham, yeah.
Graham.
Grandma's Alley?
I heard Graham Cram, and I'm like, ooh.
Oh, that's a different podcast.
Now I'm just
That's-
imagining granny alleys.
Oh. Oh no.
Anyway, the unsubscribe button.
There is no unsubscribe button.
The consensus is sometimes mounts are controlled versus uncontrolled creatures. A summoned steed would be a controlled mount. Mounts can take attacks of opportunity instead of you taking an attack of opportunity, but they cannot take their own attacks. Because it would be too much. If it was a familiar, it could. But a mount serves primarily for you. It takes actions in combat when you take actions in combat. If you're off it, it has the ability to move independently to come to you. Sometimes that can be helpful in and of itself, but it's not this extra combat creature you've summoned. That's a different spell. And if that's wrong, I mean, get us in the comments. So I'm going to say that you have a Mastiff. Automatic advantage on intimidation checks because it's clever and I want some sort of advantage for it. But it cannot just go around taking bones from people.
That's fair. Can it take opportunity hits for me?
It can take opportunity attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean...
So if you got the chance to take an opportunity attack as a reaction, I will let the dog instead grab for a bone. Because it's funny. And this whole arc is nonsense.
My God.
The door. The door.
Which is now just a gaping maw.
Off in a field somewhere. The manor hanging open and sagging slightly where the support frame used to be. You see well into the house. And what you see is like almost a barracks area. We pull up a map. So for y'all,
O'Hara,
you open up into area number 6 with a staircase that leads up. There's like a bunch of dressers, shelves. There's boxes piled up all over the place. All the boxes are labeled CA. And the door towards...
calcium.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The door to area 7 is also open. You just see a couple beds. And you can see a skeleton laying there on the bed with his hands behind his head, like stretched out. And he clearly is pretending to sleep. The skeleton's doing.
Oh my God.
What do you do?
Does he have one of those, like...
He's got a sleep mask on.
A sleep mask on? Yeah.
And he has a parrot. It's just reading him, like, what's that, sleep app? To help you.
Good Night Moon, Motherfucker by
It's,
Samuel L. Jackson.
It's R.I.P. Gilbert Gottfried reading Goodnight. He's laying there on the bed pretending to sleep with a sleep mask on and 2 very, very large corks in his ear holes. What do you do?
How far away is he?
It's 15 feet on the bed there.
Alicordia is like,
He's laying there and he's got a picture on his chest.
So he hasn't seen us,
No.
but he's not asleep.
okay. Alicordia's like, okay, hold on. I think I got this. And she'll walk over.
Hang on. Before you go, Losian goes.
Losian.
Losian goes, well, remember me as I remember the dead. I think I know what you're going to do here. And he pats you on the shoulder and gives you guidance for right? I can still do
For
that?
a minute, yeah.
For 1 minute on
He
one
took
check.
all your cantrips and some of your spells too.
Okay.
We're being wishy-washy.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so she walks over and just kind of stands over the skeleton, kind of looks at him for a second. And it's like, is he armed at all? Does he have any weapons on him?
There is
Pull his arms
next to the bed in a holder.
Just do it. You've got the D4. Do it.
Yeah, there's definitely a sword in the holder next to the bed.
That was kind of what I was going to go for. It was like,
Have you seen Freddy versus
Armed?
Jason?
Not anymore.
Have you seen Freddy versus Jason?
not in a long time.
Okay, grab either end of the bed and go.
Like an orthopedic, you've held the button down on too long.
Oh, I was going to rip his arm. I was going to rip his arms
And
off.
like a
but
feather is just... But
yeah.
he's doing it with his hand. Because
There's no actual
So
air.
it falls all the way down. It actually just falls through him.
I want to, I'll do that thing with the bed. I like the thing with, but I want to make sure that his head, like, when I crush it up, like, his head is, like, above so we can question him.
Okay.
What do I roll for this?
Man, this is outside the DM's guide. I want to say athletics.
Yeah.
Athletics.
Or strength
Oh,
check.
it's a fucking +7.
Don't forget your D4.
Yep. Don't worry.
Athletics would be whatever his strength is plus something potentially. So
That is 24.
and like the face mask falls down a bit, and he's got no eyes. He's like,
But a definite look of skeleton surprise.
yeah. He looks at you and goes, "Hey, I'm sleeping here."
It's like,
It's like Ahmed the Dead Terror. Like the eyebrows just like shoot out. Whoa!
He's taped eyebrows on, and his one finger is loose, and he keeps like raising his eyebrows. "Hey, I'm sleeping here."
okay. Well, you were sleeping here, but now you're not. So, do you want to ask do you want to answer a couple questions?
Not particularly.
Well, too bad. You're going to.
Losian's like, well done, Alicordia.
Really brought me into the fold with that one. What's
Fuck.
Nice.
God damn it.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Oh, whew.
What questions do we want to ask this guy?
All right, first question. What the hell is with this shit that you snort? This fucking rock stuff.
This CA.
Oh, you heard of the good white rock, huh?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Well, white Christmas, you know what I'm saying?
No.
What's Christmas?
There's a guy we know named Chris. And he used to be thin, but now he's fat. But he was also, speaking a weird language, Spanishy. But
What's
forgotten
Spanish?
realms. So we call him Mass Chris.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for you to question me on that.
So, what the hell is with this stuff, and why do you guys need it?
Oh, well I mean, for the bones!
Don't rattle me bones.
And he goes, look how pristine and white this is. Look at me. I'm not even bleached by the sun a day.
Here,
Losian's
wait.
like, he does look pretty good for a skeleton.
Right? Thank you.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you
And
that.
like, it doesn't wink at you.
But
But you can tell
I feel
it's
like I was
winking.
winking at you.
He's still got all his teeth and everything. Wow.
Yeah, wait. If I,
Do you bleach?
yeah, if I
You gotta bleach your butthole.
can,
That's where the joke was going. Yeah.
yeah, bone hole.
All my holes are bones.
So you're stealing livestock for the milk and calcium. You're stealing from the mine for the limestone with calcium.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any sort of monetary gain at this, or is this just for the bones?
Is this really all why we're here?
It's just for the bones, I think.
What is your end goal?
Didn't expect you this far in the questioning, did we? Oh, okay. All
Now that
right.
there's no Calambrites to stop us, we can get all the bones strong, and then we can take over the world, or at the very least, a large region around this town.
Losian stops. Whoa, Kellamverites. What does that have to do with stopping you?
Well, the Calambrites are they guide the dead to the afterlife, and without them, there's no one to dispel us, the undead.
Oh.
The Elementari don't come around here no more since they killed everybody.
Who do you think I am?
Clark almost just lost his beer all over the mic.
That was like my first spit take in a long time.
That was pretty good.
Just all well. Now that we are aware of you, we shall just kill you. Again.
He thinks about it for a while, like,
And you shall cease to be anything ever. No afterlife, no nothing for you.
Well, wait a minute.
counteroffer. Give me some calcium.
Okay.
I'll be your best friend.
Okay, good. No. Hold on.
No, we're not taking that counter offer. Don't hold on to
No.
that.
What happens if I just take your head off here? And
Try it.
You pop his head
I like
off.
that idea.
I start popping his head off.
And his body is like shimmying still, and he goes, well, I guess looks like there's weight off my shoulders.
Fuck me. you're getting good at this one.
I was prepared. The other character,
Can
the
we
other
kill
character,
the
the
body?
joke was the lack of fun.
All right. Somebody wrap up the two halves of the bed together so his body doesn't go. What's your name, Skull?
Like I eat 2 sheets to the wind. My name?
I'm assuming being an artificer, I'd have some rope on me or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Can I do some sort of check to tie a knot?
Yeah.
Survival check?
Yeah, it's a DC 5.
Oh boy, let's see what happens here, guys.
Please be in that one.
No, we're okay. 7.
Okay, yeah. You tie a child's knot. Like, the skeleton's like, no, the little bunny follows.
Yeah, I'm like over, under, tight. There.
Okay. What's your name?
Tomb Hanks.
Can I just call you Tom?
Tomb.
Wait a second.
We already met Tom.
Do you have spells?
Why, yes. And the head floats off out of your hand and goes, I have spells. I can fly.
Let's talk here. What's Don Bone really doing here? Is this the whole thing? Is it just...
His bones go white.
What's this Don Bone really doing here?
The boss doesn't tell us nothing, see? He keeps his affairs close to his chest bone.
His breastbone?
His breastplate.
Where is your boss?
Upstairs, see? In the main room, in room number 10, see? Yeah. It's like if you went up the stairs, there'd be 2 main big doors right at the front of you, and they're right in the front, see? Yeah.
Tell me, what floor of the manor are we on right now?
Main.
And
You
how
just
many
came
are
in
there
from
overall?
outside.
How many are there overall?
Upstairs in a basement. But I should warn you, the basement filled with spooky things.
Please tell me, are there any load-bearing pillars around?
He goes, no. And then his skeleton frame
I am
looks
very good
looks at a
at
weight-supporting pillar.
getting the
and
truth out of others,
It's like his head goes so...
and I bring my mastiff over.
Oh, no.
Now you shall tell me.
A skeleton's natural enemy.
Hungry dog.
Because Alicordia has been just everywhere we've been, nearly taking down the building we're in. And I was like, well, let's take down the whole building.
Yeah, well,
Kill them all.
that's...
Be done with it.
That's kind of 100%.
Losian goes, hang on, whoa. Are there any items in this house, valuables in this house, other than calcium?
Anything us living folks may like.
More valuable than calcium?
Don't say milk.
We got milk.
Got
I
milk?
said don't say milk.
Got milk. We got, no, and also like some magic swords. And
We've got some...
Oh.
You want to talk about the milk some more?
Yes. No.
Oh,
No. All right, let's.
You want some magic swords? Yeah.
Oh,
I
the
think we
boss
want
likes plundering tombs, see? You see, we got a thing with mummies. We got into scraps with mummies. Because they're basically like skeletons, but overdressed.
You have mummy issues.
Okay, if we go
How
talk
many
to your boss...
skeletons are here?
Yeah, if we talk to your boss, how many skeletons are we going to get in the way here?
We're talking like per bone?
Yes, per bone.
No, like,
Oh, no.
how many skeletons? How many fully formed
How many idiots like
or
you are
partially
here?
formed skeletons?
47.
Really?
Yeah.
Insight.
Okay.
Also
Oh, that
insight.
was a 2, 6.
I think it's actually 49.
I'm a strong kind of
16.
Yeah, maybe.
I think we need to go talk to his boss right away.
Wait,
Yes, very
Can't
well.
you-
Kill him.
Losian, can't you just
Oh yeah, I can do that thing.
undead thing?
I close my eyes, so I can do this 3 times a day. This is my 2nd time today.
That's correct.
Okay. So I close my eyes and I go, and I can sense undead within 60 feet of me as long as they are not hidden by magical means. Yeah.
Does it specify the type of undead?
It just says undead, period. So I'm guessing that probably includes skeletons.
The entire house lights up like fucking tree on Christmas, baby. There are undead crawling all over this place, and there is no distinction of type or quality. You see in the main room, the main den there, the big obvious room on the second floor. 10 for you guys.
Yep.
But like, it's a very big obvious room. There's one lone undead.
Okay, so that's Don Bone.
Yeah, that's the boss. I can't see what you're seeing.
Losian relays this to the party and goes, "This place is like an ant's hill, but with undead. I cannot tell you what kind of undead. Skeletons, zombies, God knows what.
Yeah.
But
instead of
Don
a queen, we got ourselves a mean. You hear two people walk by the door like, isn't it great being undead?
Losian's like, no, it's not. It's awful.
What? Guys,
Who said that?
Not me. No,
Guys,
no, not a living person.
you
no.
guys,
We
I have
have
an idea.
dental.
What if
No vision care, though.
they have no eyes? What if we just pretend to walk around like skeletons when we try to talk like them?
Tomb Hanks turns and looks right at you and he goes, that's genius. Wait. No, it's not.
Yeah,
I can see you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that
They
doesn't
have no eyes. How could they see us?
I'm.
He's lying.
We both
clearly.
look at like just look at the floating skull of Tomb
I
Hanks.
think Tomb Hanks like makes eye contact with Alicordia and then looks back at shit like the exasperated eye contact.
I can tell you have no facial muscles or any type of recognition or any way to convey emotion, but I think we're on the same page here.
Somehow it's frowning.
We've covered this. They
These
have no
ash-
vocal cords. They have no lips. They have no muscle or sinew. They
got-
should literally just be a pile of bones on the floor, but
Astral eyebrows.
that have been taped on.
Yeah.
So how are we going to get by all of these things?
Terrible, terrible stealth rolls. That's
I just gave an amazing idea of how.
how. I like how Shun is still like, they can't see us.
I mean, like,
They don't have eyes in their sockets.
Shun, you could just literally just walk out there and try if you want.
Yes. Shun looks.
Maybe I will.
Losian looks at Shun and goes, but Losian looks kind of scared knowing that he's surrounded by undead. The last time Losian was around this many undead, it was the worst
Gangbang.
worst time of his life. No, it was not a gangbang. It's the moment
second
that
worst.
completely shattered any relationship he had with Ilmater. So he's very shaken. He looks pale.
Was that,
and he's,
was that at the graveyard?
yes, it was at the... No, it wasn't at the
That was
graveyard.
before that.
It was before the graveyard. It
So the
was the
second last experience.
Yeah, that's good. I forgot about that. And
So
he-
the first gangbang.
no, the leper colony.
Maybe for context, that was like clearly this like demonic presence, and these are just like, I'm a skeleton and I'm okay.
Okay, fair enough.
5 of them walk by with
Wipe the sweat away.
pickaxes.
Wipe the sweat away, and Lotion's like, oh, okay, I'm not that bad.
I mean, like if this is
bad,
what
but it's
undead people are like all the time, then it's really they're not all that bad.
There's certainly different degrees of like undead. You know, it goes from
fair
like,
enough.
It goes from like harmless skeleton to I am the Lich King.
I just realized something. Don't forget, you guys have aid still cast, right? It's been less than 24 hours.
We have
since we-
AIDS?
That's correct.
Okay, then you should still have a.
AIDS.
You look at Sir Steel in the corner,
that
and
a
he's just
D4?
rubbing charcoal.
No, it's aid is your HP has been
Oh, right. Yeah, bumped up.
increased by
Right.
5.
Yeah, I
points.
wrote that down.
He's rubbing charcoal all over his armor, and then like with chalk drawing bones, like a plan B, boys.
Oh, I forgot you were here.
That's right. This scene serves to remind you of my presence.
Still, that's right. Sir Steel.
Wait, sorry. Oh, right.
He's just drawn a skeleton on his armor.
Now, Shun, if you think you can sneak past these skeletons and figure out a clear coast for us up to the second floor to fight the dawn, I think you should go for it.
Well, I mean, like,
And I pat you on the shoulder, Shun, and I say, because I don't think I'm concentrating on any other spells right now,
I don't believe so.
and I go, may you and your
gangbang.
ample bosom and your very heavy-looking armor.
Does the prayer stop as the hand?
No, Losian is not a pervert, but Clark is. So he touches her hand like this, and he casts guidance on her, and he says, grant me the gift of thine wisdom, so I may be your messenger today. And you get to add a D4 to one ability check for 1 minute. 1 and 1.
Now,
Can I use that roll?
No.
Meta, because I know the Goliath is a paladin, I really want to see if there's like some turn undead holy something. But I don't know if Scott will let me to do that.
I mean, you didn't take the time to stop and ask anyone about your role in society or your combat prowess, so it's kind of more of like a figure it out as you go.
Yeah.
Because
Meanwhile,
Alicordia would
Stevens-
have no knowledge about being a paladin.
Meanwhile, Steven's just reading his sheath.
I'm trying to find out if I am wearing heavy armor or not.
Should be on the first page.
Oh, yeah, maybe I should.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
And your equipment on the right-hand side.
Okay.
What's your armor class?
Heavy armor, light armor, and medium armor and shields. But it doesn't actually... Oh, my AC is 18.
You're absolutely wearing heavy armor.
Okay.
Chainmail.
Mine's up here.
Oh, I've got a shield.
I mean, it would be with disadvantage anyways. But I was going to say purely for the fact that Shun is trying to, like, mimic the skeletons. I'm trying to decide whether this would be...
How does Shun try to mimic the
Performance
skeletons? Why don't you
or-
describe this to us?
Well, like...
Shun in a different body,
Yeah.
mimicking something else. Continue.
Basically Shun's watching, he's watched the skeletons a fair bit, so he's seen kind of how they walk.
Like a shamble.
Yeah, so he would, because he's wearing heavy armor, imagine, he's got like metal, bottoms to his feet, like boots. That's the word I want. Shut up.
Steel shoes.
I really struggled with that.
Steel shoes.
Could I do something dumb but smart? I'm gonna take.
Of course you can, Steve.
I'm gonna take one of the, like. Are there just bones lying in the room at all?
Well,
They're all tied up in the bed.
Yeah, there's the bones of Tomb Hanks.
I'm gonna
Tomb Hanks is like lightly biting at Alicordia.
rip an
It's more
arm.
playful than anything at this point.
I'd like to rip an arm off of Tomb Hanks and just, like, strap it to my feet.
For sure. Why don't you start with we'll just do strength to see how well you rip off an arm.
19.
Now make a dexterity saving throw.
$10.
The arm tries to grab your weapon and stab you with it. And you're like, no. And it kind of like shrugs a non-existent shoulder. And Tomb Hanks' head goes, it's a living.
So yes, I'd like to strap it to my feet so that when I walk, it's the sound of bones clacking on the ground instead of metal.
I will allow it.
And then I try to mimic the shuffle of the skeletons.
Give me a performance check.
I'm hoping that the first corner he rounds, there's like 4 skeletons
Or
just
we just
looking at
open
him.
the door. We open the door and like the stairwell leading up, there's like 16 guys like,
Just looking, like, what are you doing? Why do you have Tomb sand on your foot?
What's this with?
Performance?
Disadvantage?
I think the disadvantage is canceled out by the bones. I think you roll flat.
oh
7.
no.
Okay.
Oh, that
So-
looked like a 1 from here.
You'll remember, for you guys, it's
I
room
wish.
number 7. For the crowd at home, you came in through the back door, and then just off to the left, there was immediately a
Not
door
worth
that
using this.
led into like a bedroom area where Tomb Hanks was taking a nap. You're not sure if skeletons nap, but he was.
But he was, yeah.
And then there's like a little kitchenette area that had no one kind of around in it, but there were various, supplies, things stocked in the pantry. You take one step out of the room and just hear the crunch of bones under your feet as you cross them.
And are there any skeletons there?
No, the room was empty
Okay.
not 2 minutes ago before you bamboozled Tomb Hanks. So
Bamboozled him.
Bamboozled.
I forgot that I weigh more.
Right.
This would have worked if I was 2 feet tall.
Wait. Losian, don't...
I know. What if I take off all this heavy armor?
But maybe Losian can root through his pockets and see what's on him?
yeah, for sure. Why don't you give me a Arcana check?
Arcana?
Because you're looking for stuff for being an artificer. So,
Remind me which stats I'm using for this.
Arcana.
it should be your intelligence stats, and then this sheet's strength stats. So the top 3, the body ones.
Doesn't matter. I rolled poorly. 9.
Okay. There's a bunch of trinkets and toys and gizmos, and you feel like in the moment you might know how to just slap something together. But for now, you open one pocket and a bunch of sprockets pop out. Boing, boing, boing. Ding, 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 ding.
I hope nobody heard that. What's this vibrating thing that says jackrabbit?
Oh my!
Yeah, we could try sneaking up there, but if they spot us, we might have to fight our way to the dawn. Are we okay with that?
Well, aren't we? Okay, so the whole end game of the dawn is just to steal calcium.
That is correct. Yes.
And we
You
when
say that, and the skeleton goes. Yum, 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 yum.
and we decided not to bring down the whole house because there's magic swords up there. Maybe.
Well, there could also be. I mean, maybe the Dawn knows what we're doing here. It's possible he knows something that we don't. That's always knowledge is sometimes good to have.
I mean, like, I guess you learn things in dreams sometimes.
Oh my God, Sean.
There's like a whole science about that.
What was that other? It's the Ilmater and
the
Calamite.
Calamvrites.
there's the Ilmatari and the Calamvrites. Yes.
So, alternate thing would be the Calamvrites would be heralding off the dead, which would make these guys not exist anymore, or at least they'd be some sort of fighting force against them. What's with the? I don't understand what's with the Calamvrites.
Religious magics, my boy. They would look at them and they'd be like,
Your boy?
I say that to everyone. And he turns and he pets a cat and he goes, what a good fur coat you have, my boy. Anyway.
And it's nursing.
hope he has
it's nursing a bunch of kittens.
I hope he has a wife. My boy.
We cut to a
My
scene
boy, he's
where he's
a boy.
holding like his child in his hands, and he turns to his wife and says, a fine job, my boy. A fine job indeed.
Stop saying that to me.
It's not misogyny if I'm broken.
He's fucking her and he's like, my boy.
The look on her face is like,
Can Losian do a religion check on the Calamvrites to see if Sir Steele does not know?
Yeah, you can. Why don't you roll a religion check? Because he says they would use their like religious magics and they would send them back to the abyss or wherever they came from.
that sounds pretty good. That sounds like a great roll.
6.
Well, that's a great roll.
I mean, that they would bless their weapons, and they would use like holy oils and waters, and they would use radiant magic.
Wait, hold on a sec here. I might have something like that on me. I'm
Well,
thinking I'm some type of paladin or something.
You do look like a holy warrior, and
Yeah.
also, you kind of do too.
Yeah, I
and he
feel
looks
like I
at
should, like,
Alicordia and Shun.
naturally know something about what the people I just tried to genocide did.
I would hope so.
I wonder if, like,
To
I
be
have
honest,
memories that aren't my own.
I think
Your lack of
technically-
knowledge is a little bit spooky. And he turns and he looks at Tomb Hanks, and Tomb Hanks's astral eyebrows go up like, why don't they know this?
What about Alicordia? Could she try some type of roll as well? Like,
In this case, I would allow you to as well, yeah.
yeah, what would that be?
Just pulling your mind for any general knowledge you have of how
Religion?
to banish the undead.
So like a wisdom or a religion check, or
Also, I feel like Losian should roll this with advantage given
He
his
actually
life
knows.
experiences and
16.
education and class and
What did you roll?
I got a 16 for religion.
It's slightly better. Losian's religion score is that's a plus 4. 17.
So, Losian, the last time you were faced with, like, the undead and you fought them, your magics didn't work. Your connection, for whatever reason, was unavailable at that time. But you know the general principles of banishing the undead.
Oh, wait, I do remember blasting a zombie with one of my damage cantrips.
Yes, and the radiant light
Yes.
just eviscerated its chest.
That's
Yeah,
right. I
how-
saw that in the graveyard.
And how drunk were you?
He wasn't.
Well, actually,
Can you
I-
tell me he wasn't?
He wasn't that drunk at that time. He wasn't that drunk at that time, but he did it. I saw it. I wasn't drunk.
And
wasn't that.
Alicordia, without thinking, you reach up and you grab religious iconography that's on your breastplate itself.
I just have chest mail, so I guess it'd be
Oh yeah,
something.
Yeah, it's
chainmail, not chest mail.
It's like just like
It's
different.
only covering the chest.
It's literally just chest hair.
Abdomen.
I thought you were describing like a
Abdomen
chainmail
fully
tube top.
exposed.
I know.
It's a midriff. My midriff is showing.
It's literally just like a picture on your chainmail, like not spray painted, but they've just used
Like different colored rings.
Exactly.
And it's
It's an Ilmatari symbol.
okay.
It's
so-
the rose and the thorn, the order of the High Inquisitor.
Like they're a bunch of fucking skeletons.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why don't we just blaze into the stupid Don's room and just bust some heads in a spiritual sense?
Losian remembers the zombie in his from the graveyard falling apart to pieces after he blasts it. He finds his newfound courage, and he goes, "Yeah, I like that idea. Let's go smash some skulls."
Yeah, and I'm in on it too. And a single hand puts itself on Shun's boot.
I go to high five. Oh, you know,
Yeah.
I damage cantrip. Kablamo. 2 max. Oh wait, can I do? Well, how does this work again? What can I do?
You can do your radiant damage cantrip.
All right, I do my radiant damage cantrip.
The skull just goes and explodes. And a single inanimate skull falls on the ground. And the hand stops moving on Shun's boot.
As I was trying to jack him off,
It was just like stabbing the armor on his leg.
but with no knife.
We should take the skull with us and like try to scare other skeletons with it.
That's not the worst idea you had.
I'm actually, yeah.
I mean,
Like,
if
do
a
you
dead
mean-
body scares a human.
I was gonna say,
And if there's enough of them lined up, you could try bowling with it.
yeah, that is unfortunately a possibility, and we are going up a stairwell at one point.
And then Alicordia just walks out in the hall. It's like, boom. It's like,
You go
fuck
first,
this.
Alicordia.
She takes off her shield. She's like, I didn't even know I had this until now.
It appears.
Wait, I've got
as from thin air.
Alicordia right now.
And pulls out one of the battle axes from the big pouch of holding, and then just does a the Henry Cavill the shoulder cock, from Mission
When he cocks his fists.
It's like, all right, let's fucking do this.
You head out into the main room there with a big grand staircase. That's room number 2. Give me a perception check.
Perception with my regular or with the ones on the sheet?
Intelligence stats is your regular.
My regular. Okay.
I know it's
Brain
confusing,
stats.
but I didn't know your stats when I made these sheets up.
Brain stats.
And I didn't want to tell you what I was doing. So I
Yes.
couldn't-
That's only a 7.
Somewhere distantly in the courtyard you hear,
What's that, boss?
but beyond that you hear nothing.
Okay.
Losian runs out behind. Losian rushes in.
Do we want to do the adventuring thing and check stuff out, or we just want to go straight up to the dawn?
Well, we might find Kellenvrite belongings or items that could come in handy.
Yes, perhaps there are a few more of them around too, and we need to send them with the rest.
All right.
In case your army missed a couple under the floorboards.
Look, it may be a dream, but I am going to be thorough here.
That's Schindler's List with the blade.
I'm gonna be thorough.
Let's see, Henry
awful.
David Thoreau.
So if I can get promoted, hey, if we're stuck here forever, I want to get promoted.
So there's there's a door to the southeast of your location that leads to kind of what you would guess to be another big square room.
Okay.
Two to the west, one to the north, and it's double doors that leads to the north. And then there's that grand stairwell that leads up to where you know the dawn to be.
Okay. Losian. Shun. Should we go through door number 8? Or door number 3? Or door number 5? To the listeners at home, sorry, we got the map in front of us, so we're just listening up.
I tried to
I kind of like number
Use-
3.
directionals as best as we can.
Which door looks the least frightening?
I like the double doors on the left.
Are you afraid of doors now?
Is there blood like dripping out?
One door has like a mouth and it's dripping blood.
Losian's like, we'll save that one for last.
It's number 5.
We'll send Alicordia to that one first.
Feed me. Feed me, Seymour.
There we go, yeah.
Well, fine, let's do number 3.
And so the door to the southwest, which appears to be, again, very ornate looking double doors, big oak. And they've got like stained glass panels that go through them. And the stained glass is all like skeletons doing various things. So you know all those old medieval paintings of like a skeleton holding the scythe? But this one's actually farming and like stuff like that.
Well, this doesn't seem very imposing at all.
So it's a skeleton with a scythe farming?
But then there's like a skeleton with a hoe. Fucking no.
Saw that coming.
Did you see that skeleton coming?
And a skeleton pushing a plow that's being pulled by a skeleton ox.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's
that
very like
bone
farm
marrow?
life stuff.
And that's the stained glass on the doors?
Yeah.
Okay.
And because it's stained glass, you can kind of see through, and it looks like a bunch of stacked boxes.
Losian says, I think we're okay to open this door.
Yeah, fuck it. She just pushes it open.
Your hand just goes right through the stained glass.
I gotta get used to this.
I'm like, it says pull.
In stained glass, it says, "Please don't push."
God damn it.
You push the doors open; they are unlocked, and you just see a bunch of boxes all stacked up, big spider webs all over them, dust covering the room, and there's about 12 crates.
I want to investigate these boxes.
Well, this is dumb. What are all
I
these
crack
stupid
a crate
boxes?
open.
What are these boxes? Do you want to do it quietly, or you just want to rip into it?
Just gonna rip into it.
Fuck it. Whatever. There's skeletons here. Let's do it. Yeah. Open up some crates.
So Losian wanted to check them out first.
Yeah, inspect them before I go prying into them in case it says, in case it has like the Wemyss signals on them,
Yeah.
symbols on them.
Give me an investigation check.
That will not come through. Very
Classic somebody who just took Wemyss.
Yeah, it's true. Sorry, what'd you say to roll?
Investigation.
Investigation. 13.
It's Wemyss number 3.
Well,
This is a test.
Oxidizing?
That's right.
I should know this, but I haven't taken Wemyss in a while.
It's been a long time.
No, the boxes have Kalimvrite symbols on them.
Oh.
Ooh.
But beyond that, you can't tell what's inside without opening.
Danny boy.
No.
I love you.
Ooh. Shun, Alicordia. These boxes have Kalimvrite symbols on them.
How can you tell?
The heretics.
How can I
What?
how can I tell? Oh, yeah. Well, my learned. What do the symbols look like?
They remind you of the symbols that you saw on their gowns when they hanged them. Which the best representation would be like a T, the way a T's across, but with 2 weighted baskets on the end of either side.
Losian zeroes in on the T with the weighted baskets. It resembles a
Scale.
thank you scale. And he closes in on that and he goes, interesting.
Please give me an intelligence check.
Come on, 1. That intelligence is 9.
I don't know.
9.
You do your thing.
Wait. What do you mean do my thing? Like, carry on?
Good carry on, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
And
you were.
he goes, interesting. This seems very familiar to me. But maybe we should open these boxes. Who's the strongest here who can open these and be somewhat quiet about it?
Sir Steele steps forward and he says, "Not me."
My boy.
As he rubs the box. "My boy, one of us will open you."
Yeah. Alicordia's like, oh, I guess that's me. I'm not sure how quiet I'm going to be, but let's give it a try.
I pat you. Sorry. I pat you. I give you a firm pat on the bum. I remember those who have gone before. You can add it to 1 check.
The boxes vibrate lightly.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So, yeah, Alicordia puts down the shield and puts down the great axe. And then goes and... All right.
Just punching them over and over.
Yeah, and yeah. Actually, she's going to take one of the great axes and kind of like slide it in, where the top of the box is, and just like try to lever it open almost quietly.
I would call that athletics instead of brute strength. Then.
That is a 24.
Okay. The axe slides in the thinnest gap between lid and box and crate and barrel. Slides in, and with just the lightest, the top pops open, and it's filled with straw and other
That's pretty
packing
useless.
type things. And as you pull some of the straw away, you see that it's got a bunch of vials in it. And just each
How
vial
vile
is
is it?
about
Yeah.
each vial is about 1 ounce of some sort of oil.
Oh.
Hey, is this like the stuff that you stuck in your arm?
No,
It's not glowing green.
Losian looks at it and goes, no, it doesn't. It appears to be more like oil.
What is that stuff that you stuck in your arm?
I'm not totally sure, Shun.
How did you know to do it?
I mean, those are questions that could have been asked about 3 episodes ago.
Losian stops and thinks for a second. He goes,
and then you throw one at him, and he catches it, and you go, "How did you think to catch that?"
Shun takes a breath in to talk. I'm like, how'd you think to breathe in?
Suspicious.
We're in a dream. I shouldn't even have to breathe.
Let's put that to the test.
Just stop breathing.
Yeah.
Constitution check. Fall over.
Here, Shun, just drink a bunch of these. So it's oil?
It's oil.
It's oil?
But like the, I would say color and texture wise, closer to like an olive oil than
Like an anointing
a
type of
motor
oil?
What are you, a cop?
So like, yeah. Alicordia will just reach in, pull one out, and pull off
Yeah.
a stopper and kind of sniff it. Like,
In a lot of religious ceremonies, they use like oil for like anointing people. I wonder if we anoint the skeletons with this and it kills them.
Or we could make one of them the king.
What happens if we anoint ourselves with it? Do we die? Does it kill our skeleton inside of us?
Oh,
Does it give
Is our
bone
skeleton
cancer?
alive?
Alicordia is still sniffing the vial, like,
Waft, don't sniff.
waft. What the fuck's a waft?
You-
Whatever.
you hold it away from your face, and you use your hand to.
I've already
make
stuck
the
my
fumes
nose in it
come
like 3
towards you.
times. What do I smell?
Anointing oil. as established.
Losian says, okay.
Okay.
What kind of check with this?
Is this
yeah.
a religious check?
Well, to nature or religion check of some sort. Losian's trying to parse whether this would strengthen the skeletons or weaken the skeletons.
Well, we just
This
tried
is
on one of them.
knowledge that low. Religion.
Religion? Okay, how many
Religion.
how many vials were in there?
12.
12. Okay.
Either we're creating the 12 disciple skeletons
17.
or...
I mean, yeah, for sure it'd be very bad for skeletons.
Okay.
Also,
this
like
could do
a
some-
religious anointing oil on an undead.
Wait, how many other crates are there here?
There's 4 more.
Well,
Well, just crack them all
why
open.
don't we just test them all? Catch them all!
I tap you firmly on the buttocks.
Stop doing that.
I say, remember me as you remember the dead. Let's do that again.
I like how we started off with like Losian's not a creep, but like
Okay, I take that back.
no, but like the
Clark having
Alicordia, who's the actual girl, but who's now a giant Goliath. He's like,
Yeah.
they're
slap on the ass,
Yeah, you're
like,
actually,
bro.
you're patting my butt a lot here.
Yeah, I take that back.
No, it's okay.
I just wave my hand.
You must slap ass.
I just wave my hand and say,
Give me one.
remember me as you remember the dead.
12 for 1.
You open it, but it's loud. Like it pulls off, and then like part of the wood breaks off, and it scatters down on the ground, and you hear Bones stop shuffling, and then Bones start shuffling again.
Losian takes in a deep breath and wipes away the sweat on her brow.
All right,
Ooh,
Losian.
that was close.
Losian, you check this one. I'll crack this one open, this other one open, Shun, and then... How many times can you give guidance?
It's a cantrip, so I can do it over and over unless Scott says otherwise.
Add
did you ask me to
infinite
crack
time.
another one?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just think like just carry
Okay.
it over for this
Yeah,
encounter.
I just keep
I'll crack one open while he's cracking the other one open.
casting cantrips.
21 on the other one.
Silent.
Yeah, 21 as well.
Okay, so that's
3,
There was 4, weren't there?
4.
that's 4. I opened
It's 4 more?
So I
There's
opened...
one more.
Oh, there's one more.
There's
okay.
5 total?
5 total.
Oh,
Okay.
Five.
You want me to crack the other? You do 2, or you've done
Montage
3?
of me casting cantrips.
Yeah, she's like, whoo, whoo, jazz hands.
Grant me the gift of thine wisdom.
5.
Oh, you reach down into one of the crates without like pulling all the straw out of the way, and you hear a crunch. And you go,
Wait, to open it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
to open it?
Yeah, that's to open it.
oh, I'll go.
Yeah, I was going to say this was to open one of them.
It clatters so loud. And you hear the front door open, and someone goes,
Who's making all the noise in here? Yeah, boss. We gotta find who's making the noise.